Getting started with spinning on wheel plane. You can do it forwards and backwards, and of course you should do it with both hands. So grab your practice prop. I'm doing it with my whip because it's a whip tutorial, but if you're just starting out, take your practice prop. The length should be short enough that the prop and the whip does not touch the ground when you let your arm hang down, so you can be in a comfortable position and don't need to raise your arm too high to avoid hitting the floor. So just approximately a bit less than arm length is a good choice, so you can spin and don't hit the floor. And then you just get a circle going and try to get it on a clean plane. So it should, when you first try, it might be at an angle like this, a little diagonal, especially when you try a non-dominant hand. It's always harder, and you can try to get it back, and it should be really vertical, so not tilted inward like this, so that you hit your shins here, and not tilted up like this, that you hit your shoulder, but really try to get it vertical. To achieve this, you can imagine you paint a line on the floor. You can even take something and just mark your plane here. Put it there. And imagine you have a paintbrush here and just painting here this line. And just over and over again. Then just look away and let your planes do whatever they want. And look back and then again regain it and say, look, really painting here that line. You can also pick lines across the room. So the camera there are flower pots at the window frame. So I can also go, say, I paint a line down that window frame or down that flower pot. You can also pick a target behind your back, so look backwards. So I have the chair here, I say I paint up the chair behind me, and step by step you have more control over the planes. Then let it drift off and regain it again. Of course, switch hands, do it all with the other hand, and when you're comfortable with the home side of your spinning arm, you can try the opposite plane. That is a hard one. It's probably completely off at the beginning, and it really takes getting used to reach across your body. You can also turn your body a bit towards that plane. You should not turn completely, because then you're already on wall plane, and you also want to be able to really do the opposite wheel plane. So there's no way around just twisting your upper body. You can bend your knees a bit, and that's more comfortable and you're not so flexible. You just try the opposite plane. To cross over, you just draw an X in the air. So from here, from this plane, when it's coming up here, whenever it goes down on that side. And when it comes up here from the top point, it goes down on that side. So it's like an X that you paint in the air. You can first try to get to the other plane just by painting the X. And when you do that, you will realize that you're only on your diagonal planes and don't get your clean wheel planes back. And just do a few spins here, cross over, and try to do a few spins there, cross over again, a few spins here, regain your plane, and a few spins there to regain your plane. And also on the opposite plane, you paint your line on the floor, you paint your line on the flower pot or window frame, then you paint a line here up on the chair, pick your targets, and try to get your planes clean like that. Exactly the same thing for backwards, so start painting backwards. For some people, backwards is easier, for some people, forwards is easier. Actually start with the direction that you're more comfortable with. So for backwards, it's the same thing. So paint your line just from behind here on the floor. paint a line here on the window frame or on the flower pot or whatever target you have. You can paint just on my nose if you want to. And just paint up, and you can look behind you. So I have my chair, painting down the chair, and then cross to the other side. And then when it's coming up from the bottom, that is where it crosses here, draws an S in the air. And here again the same thing, you spinning here on the opposite plane. And when it's coming up, then it crosses over to the other side. You can imagine you whack a golf ball, so on this side you can also try to hold it with both hands. And from here, whack a golf ball to the other side, and then whack a golf ball in that corner. Then you here on this side again, whack a golf ball in that corner, whack a golf ball in that corner, or hit a tennis ball as a similar movement of drawing an X in the air. This was kind of this. You can do body movement with that, play with that, just standing still and shifting your body with it. And then the hard part is to keep spinning on the opposite plane without constantly hitting yourself. I did that all the time when I first started out. So once again, you just have a line here, paint a line on the floor, paint up the window frame or the flower pot, paint down that chair here, and then cross over a few lines here, cross over a few lines here. And whenever you just hit yourself because you lose your planes, just start again. You can start again here on the home side of the arm. You can also try and start again here on the opposite side. So that would be an exercise. Get comfortable with your wheel planes.